Chris, thanks for joining me.
Thanks very much.
If you wouldn't mind, start with just giving me your name, your title, and your responsibilities.
Yeah. So my name's Chris Tamper. I'm the Senior Vice President of Corporate Marketing Community Environment for TD Bank Group.
Okay. You won an Effie for TD Thanks You. Tell me a little bit about what went behind that campaign. What was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, the inspiration was clearly our customers. We're very passionate about our customers. We're recognized as a leader in customer service. We've won J.D. Power 9 years in a row. And so what we wanted to do was annually we do thank our customers, and we have a customer appreciation campaign every year. But we really wanted to take it up a notch and do something that was unique and distinct and something that had not been done before anywhere.
What were some of the pivotal decisions around coming up with the campaign?
Really, we were trying to find something unique and distinct and a space that was ownable and something that customers would stop and say, wow, that's something I'd never seen before. And so the concept was to take automated teller machines and turn them into automated thank you machines. And so those thanking machines were everything from little things to some of the big things that you saw in the video.
Was there one story or one person that stands out to you personally?
For me, I've got two kids. So Christine is the widow who has the two kids that end up going to Disney World. When you see the look on her face, and I've read all of the online commentary about, oh well, how much did you edit that and stuff. I can clearly and honestly tell you it was exactly what you saw. The footage was one take, real time. No edits, no retakes, no cuts, and just to see the passion on her face of what we were doing for her and changing her life in a way that was meaningful for her and her kids really stands out.
So when you were talking about this campaign internally, was there any leaps of faith that the organization was taking or gaps in really knowing if this was the right one?
Well, it was a leap of faith. We had never tried it before, and going into the digital social space was new for us as an organization. And so what was unique about it was in addition to what you saw in the video, we combined a real-time customer experience giveaway in every single location, online, on the phone, and in person across Canada at the exact same moment of time. So when you combine that with the video, you go, wow, that is a leap of faith. So the ability, and we had great endorsement and great support from the organization to move forward.
So thinking about those individuals in particular, how did you make the selection? How did you choose?
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic, and huge credit goes to our partners in Diamond and our employees. What we know is because we're that leader in customer experience as a bank, the connectedness that we have with our customers on a one-to-one is what allowed that happen. It was the branch staff that actually found those customers, identified who they were, and made the connection. And so what the customers thought they were experiencing is they thought they were coming in for a focus group on new ATM features. And so the staff had identified their backstories, knew some of the challenges they were facing and the opportunities that we thought would be great. So, for example, Mike Jobin, who we partnered with the Blue Jays, who got to throw out the first pitch and meet Jose Bautista. We knew he was a huge baseball guy, so we brought them in and we said, "Listen, we've got cameras set up. We just want to watch you interact with the ATM and see if you like the new features." And then they go over to the ATM. And as I said, it was a one-take deal. It was exactly what happened in real time with each and every one of those customers. So the credit goes to our staff for knowing their customers and having that great, deep relationship with them.
That's got to be one of the best organic examples I've ever heard of employee empowerment.
Yes. It was their job. We tasked them to say, we knew the areas we wanted to be in, so we wanted to have one in Toronto and we wanted to have one in certain locations. Then we said to the staff, go find us some folks. The list was long. It was amazing. And there are more, so that you see the 4 hero stories in the video, but there were 15 other stories like that in each location. So we had a total of 60 customers that were engaged with the ATM from a thanking standpoint, and they all came from the staff.
Who drove that employee empowerment?
That was us
Yeah.
driving that from a marketing perspective. We know the power of our retail network. We know, as an award-winning customer service institution, we know the connectedness that our staff have with our customers. And so we said, you know what, let's put the power in the hands of the people that know best. And I'm in a previous life, I've worked in retail, so I understand what it's all about and making the connection with your customers. And so we drove that and we empowered the staff to do that. And as you can see, the end results show that they did a wondrous job at it.
Yeah. So digital's a big move for a lot of companies. Did you face any resistance?
Well, on the campaign itself, I think the watch out that we had from senior management was around genuine and authenticity. What we didn't want to do was be a shill. We didn't want it to just be a product sell or pushing TD Bank. We wanted to err on the side of, TD was enabling these customers to do great things. And so that was our chief watch out and our chief concern. And I think we delivered on that. I think if you watch the video and when you watch the video, it is really about those individuals and those customers. So we were pretty pleased with not only the engagement, but the authenticity that we saw.
Thinking about effectiveness again, how did this drive the performance of the company, either brand performance or top line?
Yeah, we had a significant lift in brand performance. Our unaided awareness went up significantly. Our aided awareness went up even more than unaided. We had people that had never heard of TD before making a connection to TD and wanting to actually switch their accounts. So we saw account growth. So the key metrics, and then from an impression standpoint, the media value alone was substantial. It's not often you do a marketing campaign and NBC News decides to make a 3-minute feature on it. So from a brand value standpoint, it was very significant.
Congratulations on bringing humanity back to banking.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Yeah, we are focused on making it a comfortable banking experience for our customers every time they come in, and I think we've been able to do that.
How did the team that I'm sure surrounded this effort play a role in that? Who was on that team?
Team was incredible, and it was far-reaching and wide. We had every element of the organization. I have an incredible team in marketing that is passionate about what they do. Our social media team is just second to none. But you can't do that without the support of others around you. You need legal and you need compliance, and we do work in a bank, so you've got to remember all of those elements that go with it. And then most importantly, you've got all of the staff that you see in the video. And I think that was the unique thing, was the staff in the video, they really knew their customers, and that's what set it apart. And I think the authenticity that you see in the video was really the chord that we were trying to strike with our customers and with the people watching the video.
I'm sure the agency played a role as well. How do you collaborate with your agency?
Yeah, our agency partners are incredible, and partnership is the key word. It's not a client-agent relationship. It is really a true partnership, and we couldn't imagine doing any of that work without them. And so it's an iterative process, and we work with them day in and day out, and we test and try and do new things. And I think we've got a relationship that says, we'll try, and if it doesn't work or we don't like it, we keep moving, and we're always thinking forward and we're not thinking back. And when you've got that open trust from a partner standpoint with our agencies, Diamond and Leo, it gets you to new places because you can have that relationship with them.
So winning an Effie is really about marketing effectiveness. How would you define what marketing effectiveness is?
For us, marketing effectiveness is about the reach and the connectedness that you have with your customers and your employees. And so when we set out to make the video, we were focused on a couple things. We wanted to make sure that it was authentic and it would resonate with customers. It had to be genuine. It had to be something that was true and meaningful, and it had to be something that would make our employees feel proud. And so we feel, the Thanks to You campaign has struck all of those chords. In addition, we wanted it to be something where people say, you know what, I want to bank there. And we know when we look at the social commentary and we read all the reviews, and for us, we were lucky. It went to 220 countries around the world. It's got almost 21 million views. We saw consistently, that's a bank that I want to be a part of. And that's what we were trying to set out and do.
This notion of community keeps coming up, both with employees, in particular employees. How much does that mean to TD Bank, the employee aspect?
The community is really what we're about as an organization. We want to, you've got to be a part of where you live and where you bank. And so we want to be there at the local level, and we want to be not just the financial institution where you do your checking account, but we want to be a part of the community. And that's from coast to coast, north to south. So Canada and the US, regardless of where you are, the TD Bank that you'll find around the corner is a place where you can connect and meet the individuals one-on-one and have a relationship with your banker.
So you've reached a level of success in your career. What fuels that for you?
I'm very fortunate. So I've been with TD for 27 years, and I've been very lucky to be engaged. And I think I work with great people, and that makes an incredible difference. And I've got an organization that I'm a part of that is passionate about doing great things. As you said, whether it's in the community, whether it's from a marketing standpoint, what fuels me is every day getting up and trying to do something new and test something and try to go where we haven't been before as an organization. It's pretty rewarding when you get an opportunity to work for an organization that supports you to do that.
And being a marketer, I'm sure you follow other brands. I'm curious, do you have any favorites that you like or admire?
Yeah, I am a student of marketing, so I probably follow more brands than I should be following, but I'm always keeping an eye on what's going on. Some of the brands are amazing, the ones that you would think of, Coca-Cola, Nike. I'm a big fan of Ford. They do great work. I think what is unique is the brands that continually try to want to push themselves and try new things and do different things. And is everything perfect every time? No. But if you look at Nike, every day they're trying something new. They're trying to push. Apple, another great brand. Starbucks, another great brand. All ones that are making a difference where they live and in their communities.
So changing gears, what do you think is the biggest opportunity for marketers today?
Yeah, marketing continues to change every day. And, whether it's big data or analytics or segmentation, there's lots of trends. I think the opportunity is continuing to focus on the customer experience. And so at TD, we are customer centric. And so we focus customer and then move out. And so how we design, how we approach. And so I think all marketers need to make sure that the customer is front and center in what they do. And then I think the power of mobile in the digital world is really critical. So, the percentage of searches that are online on your mobile device is going to continue to grow exponentially. So if you're not present in that digital mobile world, I think you're going to get left behind. So if you focus on the customer and you be where the customer wants to be, I think you'll be in good shape.
What challenges exist or watch-outs would you caution marketers?
I think the watch-outs are don't be afraid to try. As marketers, we look for programs that are tried and tested, and we've got benchmarks and we've got control groups, and we're always looking for, well, what performs better than what we did before. I think sometimes you're going to fail, and I think you've got to put yourself out there. So I think you've got to try, and not everything's going to work, but it's the chance of finding greatness is worth the, with great risk comes great reward. And so I think as a marketer, be bold, be willing to step out and push yourself forward.
What do you predict for the future of marketing?
Well, I would say I'm not much of a futurist, so I try not to predict what I think is going to happen. From a customer standpoint, I think it's the age of you. I think personalization is really the future, and you see that today, how you shop, how you buy, the movies that get presented to you, the stories that show up in your feeds. It's all about personalization. And so I think the more local and the more relevant and the more one-to-one you can make your communication, the stronger and more successful you're going to be as a marketer.
Great. Well, thank you very much. It was nice sitting down.
Yeah.